Namaskar, friends. We have so far seen all the tender related things, including quotation, open tender, all those things. Now, bid security, that is earnest money deposit (EMD). You might have, you might have heard all those things. Now, earlier it was there were many rules for that. Now they have simplified, and EMD cannot be more than 5%. It should be 2 to 5% only. Department can decide whether it should be in 2% or in 5%. Within 2 to between 2 and 5%, you can have anything, but it should be uniform. It should be decided well in advance and notified along with the tender document. And there are certain exception for the smaller companies, MSME registered companies, startup companies. For them, you have to relax. Why you get EMD? First of all, you want to ensure that the party who participates in the tender does not play mischief. That now I will change the rate, I can't do. Once they give, they cannot do anything. Once finalized, they can't change anything. Once they signed and given, closed, they can't change. No, I cannot give this rate, I want to change. They cannot play like that. After closing the date, they cannot return. No, I have given wrongly, I am withdrawing my bid. They can't do. All these things will have a bearing on our tender process, because you spend sufficient time for doing tendering processes. So if somebody behaves like that, you have to go for retender, and it leads to additional wastage of time and delay in executing the project also. So to ensure that people participate in all seriousness, this bid security is obtained. So if they play mischief, they will lose that money. That is the idea. Then why these MSME and startup people are exempted? Okay, government want to give them some kind of hand, so that they can also survive, they can also play their part and grow in the country. These are all traits achieving Atmanirbhar Bharat. So, okay, what if they withdraw? We have to complain to Ministry of Micro and Small Industries, that MSME organization. We have to complain to them only. Same way for startup also, DPIIT is there. That is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So if they do mischief, the startup people or MSME people do mischief, because they are not compelled to give any bid security, we have to only complain to the concerned ministry, so that they will take action against that company. So normally the idea is the growing people will not play mischief, which will actually truncate their growth also. So they will not do. That is the idea. So these people have to be given exemption. Okay, other than that, what is the way of getting EMD? See, EMD, when you say bid security, they can pay amount to the department treasury, department account, and ask us to treat that as bid security. That is also possible. Normally people don't do. So people, they cannot ask for interest on those things, EMD thing. So now government has given lot of way out. See how they can submit bid security. Bid security can be in the form of insurance surety bond, one. Account payee demand draft. Demand draft, then anything you get, normally the bank guarantee or all these formats of bid security involves blocking of funds by the vendor. The vendor has to block the fund in the bank, only then they will give such guarantee. And very rarely, out of goodwill, they do huge business, and the bank is supporting them as a banker. So in such case, they may do without any blocking of funds also, but their goodwill is used, nothing else. So normal case, suppose if somebody has to submit bid security of some 2 lakhs rupees, equivalent amount they have to block in the bank account. Only then bank will allow this bid security. That is why we say non-interest bearing bid security. Reason is, we can't pay any interest. They block the money, for that we can't pay any interest. So banker check, that is nothing but DD given by the bank, and bank guarantee, fixed deposit receipt. The vendor can submit fixed deposit, and that receipt can be pledged as in a format that this fixed deposit is attached to this bid security, something like that. So we have to make a format in case any claim is there, that the fixed deposit will be closed and paid to the procuring entity, not to the vendor. So fixed deposit receipt also can be accepted. And bank guarantee, demand draft, bank guarantee, whether it is letter form, that is paper form, or even electronic form, bank guarantee, everything is allowed from any commercial bank. It's not just nationalized bank, any commercial bank, or payment online is also acceptable. I told you already. Okay, what is the reason? It is to safeguard the purchasing entity's interest. Okay, so because you do lengthy process for tendering, and somebody should not play mischief in the tender. That is the idea. Okay, so bid security is done like this. Bid securities of the unsuccessful bidders should be returned to them at the earliest after expiry of the final bid validity, and latest on or before 30th day after the award of the contract. Normally there are another issue in this. See, you select out of 10 parties or n number of parties who have participated in the tender, you might select 1 or 2-3 parties. Okay, remaining parties are all rejected. So the moment the decision is taken, within 1 month, their EMD should be released. Bid security should be released. You have to give a release letter if it is only, bank guarantee letter, etc. So you should not delay that, because their fund is blocked in the bank. Now you take the case of 2-bid tender system. So technical evaluation, some parties are rejected. So their case have to be written immediately after you don't need to wait for opening financial bid, because that anyway they are all rejected. Their EMD can be written within again 30 days of that second bid. So 30 days is the technical bid evaluation finalization. Okay. So same way, selected parties bid security can be released after, if there is a provision for performance guarantee, you get the performance guarantee and then you release it. So after issue of order, so you have to get the performance guarantee wherever required, and then you can release the bid security. So bid security is only for the period of tender process, and performance guarantee is for the period of the contract. If the contract is for 1 year, you can have for 1 year 2 months. The reason is, if any issue is there, you have to raise a claim. So another 2 months will be given for raising claim. If the contract is for 3 years, the performance guarantee should be for the period of 3 years plus 2 months. And normally, performance guarantee should not be more than 10%. It can be 5 to 10% normally. So that also can be similarly what you did for the bid security. Bank guarantee, their online payment, or fixed deposit receipt, anything, all these things are acceptable for performance bank guarantee also. Actually, this performance bank guarantee is required for long-term contract, 1 year. If it is one-time purchase and if there is no advance payment, it is not required. They have to only submit. The EMD will be kept alive. Once supply is affected, it can be released. If it is not one-time purchase, it is for a period of time, and the work is for some specified period, then performance guarantee is required. These are the rules for performance guarantee. Now we will see in the next video about the advance payment and other thing. With that, we will be closing the procurement related videos. Thank you.